A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. Welcome back. And thank you so much for doing all the amazing work that you're doing on planet Earth, because when you heal yourself, you heal the planet. And you must have been reading about predictions by Nostradamus. You must be reading about predictions by many sages and seers. These stories are doing rounds, and I know a lot of them are even going to happen. So this earth right now needs people like you who are working on their ascension without any materialistic madness or greed, because you are the ones who are going to preserve planet Earth. And the title of this particular reading, this channeling session is, I won't call it a reading, it's a channeling session, is that the divine masculine cannot stop thinking about the divine feminine. And even if there is a karmic involved, or even if there are karmic patterns involved, he is still thinking about her and missing her. But this time he is also feeling sexual attraction towards her. There would be two different channelings, because in this I would be talking about how he is comparing and thinking that naturally he's drawn to think about her. And in the other channeling, in the next channeling, I will be discussing that he thinks that he is attractive enough for her. That's a very important stage as well, because without that, obviously nothing can happen. So let's get started. So now this channeling is also having a positive message for the divine feminines who were troubled because of the karmic patterns and karmic connections especially. Now you have to first of all understand that you also must be having some kind of comparisons within yourself, that he is mirroring those comparisons. For example, you are having an age gap with your divine masculine. So it could be a problem area within you. And of course, when you go very deep within, when you do inner work and when you get into therapy mode, then only you can understand why that age gap is becoming such a big problem for you. Because there are many people who have age gaps. In olden times, literally everyone used to have age gap. I have also made a separate channeling on age gap. And let me tell you, two of our divine masculines and feminine god and goddesses who we pray to, they have age gap. In one case, it's Krishna and Radha. It is being said that Radha was elder to Krishna. Krishna was younger, and we all know about their love. That's not hidden from anyone. And then Shiva and Shakti, because in case of Shiva and Shakti, Sati had died and then Shiva had to do deep penance, or he lived separately for many years. He also meditated so much that he became ageless. And you must have also noticed this, there's people who are very spiritual. People who are very spiritual and people who are very relaxed and very chilled out, they don't age that fast. They age very slow, and some of them have the gift of youthfulness. They are always young. So what happened with this divine masculine is that he thought very smartly, he thought when he was in the escape mode, that though he loves the divine feminine without a doubt, but he was not able to handle all the issues. And since he had been in the past someone who could not make his own decisions, and obviously the divine feminine was also not healed, so even she was not making the right decisions. If he would show a problem, if he would say, okay, I did not like the way you treated me, I did not like the way you spoke to me, she would take it like a personal attack, and the fear that he will run away, or he will, because the fear that he will run away was always there, it was inside her, and there were wounds on it. So the divine feminine was also on constant comparison mode. And as I was just talking about Krishna and Radha had the age gap. Radha was elder to Krishna. And in Shiva Shakti also, there was a big age gap, because Sati had died and then Parvati was reborn as a human being. And then, so imagine, it must have taken about 16 years, 15 years, whatever time, for her to be reborn and then re-meet Shiva. So in this case, Shiva was elder to her. So Shiva also had to wait. So then age gap is not a big deal. It happens with many people. Okay. But if you have that upbringing where it is a very big deal to have an age gap, like your parents in your patriarchy or in your matriarchy, they have made a huge issue about it, or in your ancestry, they have made a huge issue about it, or you have been raised in an environment where age gap has always been a talk of the town. So you will be grown up as an adult who will have an issue about age gap. But again, these things, even if you know about it, like the reason we do a channeling is so that we can put the seeds, we can sow the seeds, but you have to create the fertile soil and you have to create all the necessary nourishment for the seed so that that seed can flourish and the farms are full of crops and the harvest can be done. So the land has to be made fertile. The land has to be made good for the harvest to happen. If the moisture is needed, or if the plowing is needed, if the weeds need to be removed, or some manure has to be given in it, all of that you have to do inner work. Without inner work, you cannot heal those pains or those areas. Otherwise, you will keep going in comparison mode and you will keep thinking that some other girl is better than me and he will be drawn towards her. You know, some other girl, she's more pretty or she's more beautiful. And age gap is just one of the examples I like to give. There are many examples that I like to give. There can be color issues also. There can be, like your parents have kept on telling you that, oh, fair-skinned girls are so beautiful. Men only get attracted to fair-skinned women. Dusky complexion is not good, or the vice versa. Maybe you are raised in a family where your people are very anti-white skin, you know, and your boyfriend turns out to be a foreigner. Your DM is a foreigner. And the whole family is like, how can you marry a man with white skin, or, you know, fall in love with someone who has white skin? And then you have to make a choice that, okay, I need to do it in someone who's my own village or my own ethnicity and things like that. So there can be many issues and there can be many wounds which are leading to those comparisons. And then those comparisons that are being projected from your own inner reality, they are projected out in such a way that there will be, you know, one person will look like a villain to other. So if we ask the divine masculine, he thinks she is the villain. And if you ask her, then she thinks he's the villain. So the fights and the problems are happening on the surface level, but the actual problem is in the core. If you don't heal the core issues, if you don't go deep within, then how will you heal it? Now, that's why I say that it's not only the karmic relationship, it's also the karmic patterns that create this problem. Now, what this channeling is trying to say to everyone is that he is thinking about you. And again, I am talking about those divine feminines who are doing inner work. See, because without doing inner work, nothing will change. You will keep feeling the same thing. And I think I've said it in most channelings, I say this. This is my advice to everyone, because I know this by personal experience, that till the time you will not do proper inner work, you will not heal your wounds, you will not feel better. You will keep thinking about the problems, that this is the problem, and you will not even know why that problem is arise in your life. Now, because she is thinking about herself, so this is how the mirror work happens. Because she has stopped thinking about him completely, or she doesn't think about him how she used to earlier. She started thinking about her own well-being, her own love. She is looking for the source of love within herself. Earlier, she was looking for the source of love in him, in the divine masculine. Now she is like, no, I need to heal myself. I need to feel happy. I need to feel content. I need to do whatever it takes to sort out my life. So when she starts doing that, even her focus starts shifting from karmic. Because who is giving energy to the karmic? You are the one who's giving energy to the karmic. The karmic does not have so much power to destroy your relationship or take away your man. It's because the karmic becomes powerful when the divine feminine becomes weak, you know, and they obviously need energy. So I don't want to condescend anyone, because in someone else's life, you could have played the role of karmic, because you could have signed a contract like that. or some other masculine karmic came to your life so that you could go back to your divine masculine. So that after spending time with that karmic, whether it is 1 date or 2 date, or even if it's just a phone conversation or it's a personal meeting, you realize that, okay, this is not the person I want. That's also very important, because the divine feminine, divine feminines and divine masculines, they don't have this knowledge only. The knowledge, again, as I said, the knowledge is in the core. You have to dive into the core, like how divers go in the bottom of the sea. When they go to the bottom of the sea, they see there's a completely different world out there. Completely different world. And some of the people get very profound experiences when they go deep diving. You must have read about their accounts online also, or seen some tutorials or seen some videos, how some people talk about diving deep into the ocean, and when they reach the deepest part of the ocean, they feel so profound and so emotional. When they step out, they're crying happy tears, because it is very fearful to go like 100, 200, 300 feet deep. But then God is there. God is there to act as oxygen. God is there to act as your guide. He won't let you drown. He won't let you die. You need to have that much faith in the God, in the universe, in the source, and you need to do your therapies. Because if you will not do your therapy, if you will not release your fear and release your pain, it will keep coming back to you. It will keep haunting you. Now also, because these final stages of the twin flame journey, they are not easy. They are not easy, especially the surrender. Because in the runner-chaser dynamic also, you are still in communication, or you're still talking on and off. He comes back, he goes away, he comes back, you try something. But then that also. So this is particularly for those divine feminines who have shifted the focus from the karmic and brought it back to themselves. Or they were in the surrender stage, because surrender stage also takes time, because there is so much to let go. Many people actually cannot let go, because they have been holding it on for so many years. They have been holding on to something for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. They're not able to let go, and they don't even know why they have not been able to let go. So this will again be applicable to those who are doing deep inner work. I'm sorry to say this again with complete honesty and straightforwardness, that those of you who don't see any change, or you're coming back again and again to square one, and it's like it's like getting stuck in a loop, it's because you have not yet hit the point. When you hit the right chord, only then the music will flow correctly. So here the music is flowing correctly. So what is happening is that she is so focused on her work, on her inner work, that all the distractions have gone away that were creating the feeling of separation between both of them. Because see, the experience of separation is being, you can say, taken by both parties. It's not that he is not going through separation, only you are going through separation, but you have the key. You have the key to change it, because you are the person who can do inner work, and then with your inner work, they will heal. Somebody was asking me a question just 2 days back in a reading. So am I supposed to do all the work? What is he doing? Just sitting and chilling? Not doing anything? No. Whatever you do on your practical level, he will also experience that in his practical level. And we can never compare ourselves with other people's pain. This is a big problem that divine feminines have. A lot of them, they think that their pain is the biggest pain on the planet Earth and nobody else is in pain. They also make these comparisons. So as long as they're going to compare themselves with other women, other things, other situations, as long as there will be this enviness, or as long as there will be blame game, and as long as there is this feeling that I am the one who's miserable, the only person who's miserable, then definitely you cannot grow further, you cannot ascend. So in order to ascend, you need to understand that yes, there is pain, and I need to focus on my pain. Let me not focus on other people. You obviously have signed a contract before coming here with the karmics, with the DM, with everyone in your household, every single person who is going to either create, going down when you were basically a child, you had to take a dip into the dark world, and you took the dark world dip, and then you formed beliefs, you formed patterns. It was all your choice. Let me tell you that. It was all your choice. No one forced you to do it. No one will ever force you to do it. So stop blaming God and stop blaming everyone and stop blaming the karmic. The karmic has no power. I'm telling this to you even now. And any which way, because of 2020 and because of whatever time is coming ahead, the karmics will lose their power. Because you have to take your power back. So this is applicable for those feminines who are trying to work on taking their power back, and bit by bit they are taking their power back, and bit by bit he has started changing his perspective towards her. He is now thinking more about her than he used to think earlier, and she is thinking less about him or the karmic or the problems, because as I said, karmic relationship is not the only issue. There are karmic templates too, like, okay, maybe I'm too short for him, maybe I'm too fat for him, maybe I'm too thin for him, I'm too dark for him, I'm too poor for him, I'm not a right person for him, I am elder to him, or I am too younger to him, or I am from this ethnicity, or I am from this location, and I am from this country, or I wear these type of clothes. So many things are there, so many things. So everything has to go away. All these issues have to go away. Okay, so then only he starts thinking about her, and I'm being shown that there are certain divine feminines who are on the path of releasing all these issues, and they are slowly and steadily, they are letting it go. For some of you, it is a very fast-paced process also. Because you have been working on it for so long, so it has become fast paced now. So in any case, he is thinking about the feminine. Simple as that. So on that note, one love and peace out.